Welcome back to the doctors. What you choose to eat or not to eat, it's a very personal decision. But have you ever tried to enjoy a meal with someone who insists on sharing their food theories with you? Well, for two sisters, this is a constant battle. Have a look at their struggle.
Hi, I'm Kelly, and I'm vegan.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm a meat eater. My sister Kelly is constantly pushing her veganism on me.
I made some really awesome stir fries.
I saw what you made. I do not want to eat that.
Can I say something? It's a really mind, body, and soul connection when you eat vegan. Yeah.
I don't feel it's right for you to just be so pushy about your veganism.
Doctors, please tell my sister that eating vegan is healthier than eating meat.
Doctors, please tell my sister that eating meat is not going to kill me.
Well, we have sisters Kelly and Caitlin here with us today, and I'd also like to introduce Dr. Neil Barnard, president of the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. And I do want to add that Dr. Barnard has been the principal investigator on several clinical trials examining the effects of diet on health. And so we've got a little battle going on. What I'm seeing here is something that I see play out in living color quite a bit, which is someone finds a way of eating and they want to share it with someone else because they feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that. And Dr. Barnard, you're a vegan, right? You stopped eating meat how many years ago?
Right after residency, back in the mid-'80s. And I have to say, some people will do it because it's a terrific way to lose weight. I mean, look at Kelly. She looks like $1 million. And there are people who come into our center and they discover that they throw away all those arduous diets and carb counting and so forth. And instead, they're just eating a plant-based diet. Their metabolism rises about 16% after a meal. So the weight just comes off. Now, a lot of people will do it because it's the only diet that opens up the arteries again. So if you're headed for a heart attack or a stroke, this is the way that no other diet can do this, but a plant-based diet opens the arteries again. And by the way, for any men in the audience, those artery blockages don't just cause heart attacks, they also cause impotence.
I want to challenge sort of this opinion of one is better than the other. Where I stand is your way is healthy, but my way is healthy as well. And your way is probably better because it's better for the environment. But when you get to realism in our country...
But better for some people, because we also know for pregnant women, they can't necessarily cut out those animal-based vitamins that they get, or else they'll be deficient. And so for vegan women who are pregnant actually have to take supplements because they can't get certain vitamins.
Well, what you're saying is it's right in the sense that you do need to look at your nutrients, but the nutrients on a meat-based diet are much worse. When a person goes to a vegan diet and the vegetables and fruits and whole grains are coming in, your fat content goes way down and cholesterol goes down, but beta-carotene goes up and vitamin E, and your nutrition overall is better for you and better for your baby.
We're not saying that you cut out the plants. That's the idea. We're saying that you have both because you can only get some of those certain vitamins from...
The point that I make is vegan women in pregnancy have fewer complications, healthier babies. And
that's not necessarily from the vegan diet. That's necessarily because they just lead a healthier lifestyle.
They're often better educated, they're exercising, and they're not
and that's why the recommendation is, if you're pregnant and you're vegan, you are going to need to consult your doctor about taking some vitamin supplements because you are not going to get everything you need for a healthy baby through that diet
Lisa,
alone.
aside from pregnant people, I am a vegetarian intellectually, but biologically, I'm from a dairy farm. And so I grew up eating beef and I do eat a lot of plant products too. My plate has got its protein, its starch, and its green and orange and red things. But for me, when I tried, forget veganism, vegetarianism, I was so anemic and I kept getting sick. So I believe that my biology...
A vegetarian diet with dairy products can make you anemic because as we all remember from those lectures in medical school, the dairy products reduce iron absorption. So throwing out the dairy is a good thing too. By the way, it's not as if we haven't put this to the test. In fact, I have a chart. This is from the American Diabetes Association, the non-vegetarians, your average meat eater. Their body mass index, which, as you know, ought to be below 25. Oops, they're pushing 29 almost. Semi-vegetarians, meat less than once a week, down to a little bit thinner than pesco-vegetarian, meaning fish, no other meat at all. They're a little thinner. The lacto-ovo, milk and egg type vegetarians, they're a little thinner. But the only group that's right in the smack in the middle of the healthy weight range is the vegans. But the reason that the American Diabetes Association did it is my next chart, which is diabetes, which is an epidemic everywhere. Look at the vegans. It's almost non-existent. The meat eaters, as you know, you see them every day, lots of diabetes. So you're right, a person can choose wherever they want to go on the spectrum. But for me as a doctor, what am I going to suggest? I'm going to suggest learn how to eat brown rice and spaghetti and marinara sauces and have oatmeal for breakfast instead of the sausage. You're going to do better.
Okay, wait, hang on, because I've gone vegan, okay, and I am an animal lover, and I'm very aware of what conventional meat, as in factory farming, is doing to the planet. It is terrible for the planet, and it's actually terrible for our bodies if you're eating corn-fed beef with antibiotics and hormones and fish that's loaded with mercury. So I get all of that, I really do. But I'll be honest with you, when I went vegan, I felt terrible. And my concern is that for the masses, they don't know how to do this. It's not accessible for them. I don't think they have the knowledge to do it. And so I feel like there's a middle ground. I do grass-fed beef once a month. I do ethical seafood and egg occasionally. I think there's a balance. And I know that I've been healthy and I have a lean body fat. You know,
So here's what we've learned
Yeah.
here. That's the diet that works for you. And Kelly, a vegan diet works for you and
Right.
Dr. Barnard. And I love that. And Caitlin, you're gonna occasionally have some meat, but I think you're gonna eat your way. So in the end, figure out a healthy diet that works for you. And I applaud Dr. Barnard, all the work that your organization does. I mean, just fabulous. And Kelly and Caitlin, no more fighting.
No.
Well, thank you both for coming on. Up next, we're cracking the